So you want to be an art director, but what position comes after that? And what about the one after that? And that? Let's break it down, fully exploring the career trajectory at every promotion level of an AD. From role and responsibility changes, to salary ranges, to general advice. Because, well, you know, I have opinions and stuff. I hate to start videos off with a disclaimer because, let's face it, who really likes legal?
That's okay, Kevin. I'll take things from here. The views expressed between the four walls of this video player do not necessarily represent that of every advertising agency experience. Titles and responsibilities are subject to change from company to company. Please proceed with caution.
Position 1. Your first step into the art direction career path typically starts off as a junior or associate art director, though another frequent way in is to start off as a graphic designer as well. Junior art directors are fresh to the game ADs, basically performing the same tasks as their art director counterparts, but with a little bit less experience. That means that you'll be concepting ideas and executing design work along with everybody else. So what's the difference? Your plate might be a little lighter with a few smaller projects. As you build your knowledge of the brand or brands you'll be working on, as you build your ideation and design skills, and most importantly, to prove to your higher-ups that you can handle more. That means that your primary focus should be on learning, lending a hand, and putting the time and energy needed into delivering projects to the best of your ability. For doing so, you'll probably bring in an average of $59,000 in cities with higher cost of living and around $46,000 in cities with a lower cost of living. Though money should not be the motivation. Start somewhere you feel that you can learn, where you can grow. It'll pay off. Speaking of pay, what's next? To get to the promo, dropping the junior and becoming a full-fledged art director, you'll need to become a reliable member of the team, taking feedback like a champ, being a workhorse when needed, and fully owning projects to show that you can tackle any assignment that comes your way. That typically takes a year or two. In short, reliability is the ticket to get to the next level. Once you're an art director proper, your everyday tasks and responsibilities may not deviate a whole lot, but you'll be expected to perform your job at a much higher level. That means being more strategic in your ideas, developing smarter solutions, and continually improving your problem-solving capabilities. From a technical skill perspective, your design ability and know-how should be hitting its stride, elevating the polish of your ideas to a more professional and fine-tuned level. A little bit of finesse really becomes important at this phase. Brand guidelines should become second nature, and developing more options for each design project will probably be expected. An art director really is just a versatile team player where the work is the primary focus, making collaboration with your copywriters, contribution with your thinking, and competence in your design absolutely crucial to the position. That boost in quality comes with a little boost in salary as well, which looks like $54,000 in cities with lower cost of living and about $94,000 in the higher ones. To get the next boost, the boost to senior art director, quality and speed are the name of the game. Can you produce high quality work in a short amount of time? Are you an expert in your client's industry? Do you follow ad trends? Are you a self-starter, being proactive in order to push the creative product and exceed expectations? Have you picked up additional specialties or skill sets like animation, 3D, hand-done typography? Are you able to build a really strong argument to help sell in your ideas? Basically, have you become a rock star at your position? On average, it takes between 3 and 5 years of being an art director to do so. But once you do so, you'll reach the senior tier. Senior art director. For many, the ride ends here. Being a senior AD, a literal expert in art direction, is the goal and final stop for those who want to focus their career purely on the design, with less interest in pursuing a more managerial role. Many people remain senior art directors for the rest of their career. That means a pure focus on providing professionally crafted ideation and super savvy design skills. Half creative, half technical, all expertly done. As a senior AD, you can expect to make around $70,000 or so in low cost of living cities and around $130,000 in high cost of living cities. Now, for those who stay in this role, raises still take place. They're based on your overall performance and any kind of increases in living expenses. So you're not necessarily stuck right there year after year. If you are interested in the next job up and want your cogs to start turning down that managerial track, it's time to do the things necessary to become an associate creative director, an ACD. So what are those things? Thanks for asking. Though you won't necessarily be managing at the senior art director level, you can start to dabble in mentoring junior level employees if they're interested. Don't force it. Helping them better themselves and providing feedback and guidance to just help deliver their assignments at a higher level. If they're not open to your advice or mentorship, just lead by example. Push the team by pushing yourself. You'll also want to prove your ability to build strong presentations and present said presentations to clients effectively. Continue to increase that face time with clients and employees alike, building relationships, reliability, and trust with all the people around you. Lastly, try to keep a cool head. Keep those emotions in check, especially during stressful situations or harsh client feedback. Try to come with solutions over complaints. Overall, you're looking for others, from your colleagues to your client, to look at you and say, you know what, they've got their shit together. They're highly capable. I can count on them. Once you secure the confidence in your potential to lead and become the go-to person that people look for in those good or bad times, you'll be ready. Or as ready as you'll ever be. Because learning the ACD position can really only be done by experiencing it for yourself. The Associate Creative Director position is said to be the hardest position on the creative team. And that's essentially because you're a player coach. You're expected to do your own work at an extraordinarily high level, even higher than when you were a senior art director, while also starting to manage and improve the players on your team and all of the projects and work that they happen to be working on as well. You will lead presentations, lead brainstorms, keep the business organized, communicate consistently, updating your CD on any biz happenings, and look for any and every opportunity to add value to your colleagues, your boss, and your client. Quality, organization, management, and proactivity are all key pillars of the job. By doing a little bit of everything, you'll be compensated around $93,000 on average in low-cost places and $155,000 in high-cost places. Basically a $60,000 gap between living in Dallas compared to living in New York. Once entrusted as an ACD, you've basically started creative director training, learning to manage your team and your client while pushing the work and the business to new heights. Those heights might take 2 years to reach, may take 4. There's also typically only 2 creative directors on a business, usually an art one and a copy one. So spots are a bit limited. So sometimes this jump really just comes down to readiness when an opportunity happens to arise. Once a spot is up for grabs and you've mastered your multifaceted jack of all trades training, you may just become the creative director, the creative lead. Creative director, a leader whose primary focus is on growing and developing their creative team and the brand that they work on. Main responsibilities of the role include knowing the ins and outs of the business, overseeing and looking for opportunities for your team members to excel, taking responsibility for the overall quality of work that is leaving your team, maintaining an absolutely excellent relationship with your client, and cultivating a culture where good ideas and good people can flourish. One thing to note is that there are many different kinds of creative directors. It's a role that you kind of define based on the needs of your team. Some CDs take a complete managerial role, while others still keep one foot in the trenches, still helping with ideation and design execution. A good CD has dope communication, problem solving, presentation, and leadership skills, which really just develop from lots and lots and lots of experience. That experience through the good times and bad over the years results in a salary of somewhere around the $174,000 mark in high cost of living locations and $130,000 in low cost locations. And that's it. Well, kinda sorta. If you have dreams to go further, you can also become a GCD, a group creative director who oversees multiple businesses at a time, being well removed from the day-to-day work and more focused on the business as a whole. And if you thought CD spots were limited, GCDs are even more scarce, maybe a handful at each agency. And technically above that is an ECD, an executive creative director, the one person at the top of the creative totem pole, managing all the creative departments across the entire agency. But a quick bit of unsolicited advice. Well, sorta. You did click the video. Many times, and wow am I guilty of this, people have their eyes so focused on the next position that they kind of lose sight of the current one. Master where you are before you become too captivated of where you want to go next. If you happen to be watching this video at the start of your journey and you need help getting into this career path, check out my book, Breaking into Art Direction. It'll help you build your portfolio and take the first step onto the career ladder. You can find it on Amazon or anywhere else where books are sold. Not really, it's only on Amazon. Links in the description. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to help me with that good old YouTube algorithm, feel free to smash the like button, comment at me below, and hit the sub button if you would like to join our little creative community. I'll see you around, everybody, in the next one.